How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. This lines up. I'm going to go over this right now. I saw this and I went over it and I'm like, wow. I started digging into this and and I'll let you be the judge. You can judge for yourself. This shows everything's planned in just like an iPad Go. I will go over it. Now you can go here.
ROL. It means without the rule of law, anarchy, the end of civilization, coming soon to an America near you.
America can't collapse. We're as powerful as ancient Rome.
So, what they're saying here is America falling, as we know it will, and that's in the Bible. So,
Homer, meet the Springfield preppers. What would you do in the case of an EMP?
So they're saying an EMP. They're showing here America falling by an EMP, and that's what they're saying.
Electromagnetic pulse.
A burst of radiation that knocks out every electrical system in the country.
Impending doom.
Okay. Now he says impending doom.
Impending doom.
Impending doom. The end is near. 50th anniversary edition. 50th anniversary. If you notice, America's right in the middle. They just got done talking about impending doom on America falling by an EMP. This right here is America getting ready to pull the plug, to blow it up, whatever. If you notice this right here, it says 50-year anniversary edition. The end is near, 50th anniversary edition. This right here looks, when I saw this, of course, that's America falling, okay? America getting ready to be blown up or whatever. 50th edition, the end is near. This was put out in 2013, okay? 2013. So, 50th anniversary edition, the United Nations. October, right here, 2021, will also be a time the UN and China celebrate 50-year anniversary relationship. Right here, 50 years in 2021. Right here, 50th anniversary. When is it? It's October. As you can see the symbol right there, United Nations, just as it was in Homer's sketch. 50th anniversary right here. Down here, the 50th anniversary is the 29th of October. Right there. October is another date. October 29th is a date worth marking, the 50th anniversary of Beijing entering the United Nations. So, right here, this is America, 50th anniversary. It says the end is near because this is 2013, but this video shows everything.
Doom.
What you reading, Dad?
Honey, everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about.
When things go south, the sheeple will clean out every supermarket in town.
Very interesting, because that happened and it will happen again when there's a cyber attack or whatever.
Typical sheeple.
Very interesting. The book. It says right here, Ice World, Los Angeles. It says Volcano Casteroid. Very interesting, because that's exactly what everybody's talking about right now. Volcano Casteroid. I have said, and people have said something in my last video, that it shows water in that scene in New York City, which could be a tsunami. The tsunami could be caused by an asteroid, and all this stuff could happen all around the same time. This video is showing everything happening about the same time. As I showed you right here, some people were saying that, and I showed in my last video about the last day of Tabernacles right here, some people were saying it was the 29th. Now, the 28th or 29th, the 8th day of Tabernacles, could be the 28th going into the 29th. But still, this is high watch. This whole right here. Watching the 20th, watching the 29th, right here, the 28th. This is exactly what 7 days right here. It's exactly what we're watching. And this is, like I said, this right here. Excuse me. Let's go with this one. This also ties in with iPet Goat, and I'll show it in a minute. So we got this right here. Let's just keep going.
So, what have you learned so far from our post?
I didn't really get nothing from that.
The
So
Springfield Preppers' top secret bug out retreat.
Wow, your end of the world is better than my during the world.
Homer, we all know America's collapse is about 3 months away. Sick.
So here they are talking about it again. Same thing as I said in the beginning. America's collapse by an EMP. This is all about an EMP. Is it from the sun with an asteroid, or is it from China? China. From what this is saying, it's China, which it could be. We could be hit with an asteroid first, and then an EMP from them to wipe us out. Who knows? But this is what this video is about, and this is a possibility.
6 weeks at most. There's always one alarmist. Anyway, when the 4 horsemen ride, we want you and your collaterals right here
4 horsemen, there you go.
with us.
Hidden all our supplies behind a fake wall.
Thought the basement looked cleaner.
See? These are our bug out bags. In here is everything we need to survive.
Survive what?
The looming kablooey.
It's reassuring to see you're aware of the future, but this is all a little creepy.
Creepy? Marge, the apocalypse is coming. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe never. But it's coming. And soon.
I'm going to bed.
Okay, there you go.
And soon.
I'm going to bed.
As you can see, they got it coming from a nuclear power plant right here. They got it coming from a nuclear power plant. Which, if there was an EMP or something, a cyber attack, right there, it's coming from a nuclear power plant. Because if there was a cyber attack, what would happen is you would have no controls over a nuclear reactor, and it would blow up because you couldn't control it. You couldn't pump water to it because everything is electronic nowadays, and it'd be just like your car. You couldn't drive your car because it would take out the electronics. Of course, EMP shield, they have sold those. A nuclear power plant, it would melt down. This would cause death. I'm going to stop it right here. Well, I'll go a little bit farther. Okay, right there. Right there. Just as I was talking about, you would have no control over it. See this right here, this goo? This green goo? Right there, green goo. Now let's go to iPet Goat. The same green goo is right here. And as you can see, he's got a hammer and sickle. China, hammer and sickle. Same thing. Right here. Hammer and sickle, China, green goo. People dying in green goo. Now you got him blowing this with a skeleton, just as I showed you. Okay, you have a skeleton, and you have fireworks, and you have a celebration, kind of like an anniversary, as I showed you here. Right here, celebrating. They're celebrating. Right here, 50 years. United Nations, right here. So, right here, this is China in China and Taiwan. What's going on right now? As you can see, she's got a nuclear thing on her face. Right here, nuclear. Okay, now I got that part. Now let's go to what I found out today. See, there's a nuclear sign. That's the same thing as here as in The Simpsons. Right here, nuclear sign. Right here, meltdown. This is actually a meltdown. See, it's steam because it's not being, if you're not getting water to it, it would melt down. You couldn't control it. It'd be out of control. So yes, this is an iPet Goat. This is also in this episode right here. Now let's go over right here. This was just today. The next big cyber threat is something called killware. And you can see right here, this is a skull and bones. The same thing as it is right here. Skull and bones. Skull and bones. You can see it right here. Bones. Skull and bones. Bones. Skull and bones. Right there. You can see the bones back there. Skull and bones. This is just today. Right here. One day ago. It was yesterday. It was last night. So, it says right here, while ransomware usually has financial goals, the intent of killware is to cause physical harm, even death. And you can see right here, right there, death, skull and bones. Right there. So in other words, if they shut off your did a cyber attack, you couldn't control anything, and it would cause oil. You couldn't pump oil like the pipeline or whatever. So this is also in the Abraham's Accords right here, which this could be cyber in A&O's cyber death right here. Computers, shut it off right here. Cyber. So I showed, let's go to the rest of this. As you can see, and as I showed you in here, it starts with the nuclear, or with the, right here, cyber affecting the nuclear power plants. Right there, you got the green goo, just like in iPet Goat. So, this is my video. Like I said, this ties in with iPet Goat. You got the Abraham Accords right here. You have the Simpsons. You got the Abraham's Accords. You got this, and you can go all over the internet about next cyber threat. This is all over. This is in the USA Today. So this would be the 29th right here. I showed you Beijing right here. China. Their 50th anniversary right here. 1970 right here. 19th right here. 71 on the 29th. 50th year anniversary. And then the Simpsons right here. Like I said, this is all in here.
What's WROL? It means without the rule of law, anarchy, the end of civilization, coming soon to an America near you.
There you go.
America can't collapse. We're as powerful as ancient Rome.
Homer, meet the Springfield preppers. What would you do in the case of an EMP?
Electromagnetic pulse.
A burst of radiation that knocks out every electrical system in the country.
Impending doom.
There you go. Just as I said. Impending doom, he said.
Impending.
Pending doom right there. The end is near. This is a 2013 50th anniversary edition. Right there, you got America right in the crosshairs. The United Nations symbol, which is China, which I showed you. It's also in the IPEC GOAT, China, Taiwan, but nuclear event, meltdown. So there you go. Like I said, we will see. This is high watch for me. Like I said, the 20th. And in IPEC GOAT, it does say the full moon. There could be two events, as I said. We could leave here, and then 7 days later, something happened here. We could leave when the rock falls, and then could be nuclear war, cyber attack first, and then nuclear war. They would shut the power off before they hit us with something else, but this is what I'm looking at, and as I showed you in IPEC GOAT and in the Simpson episode, it ties in right here. High watch for me, these 2 days right here. Some people are saying here, which is let's see, Day of Atonement. Day of Atonement. The reason why I'm not going with the Day of Atonement, which you can, I have made videos on this. Paul was in a boat. This is in Acts 27. You can read it for yourself. Paul was in a boat. Very interesting that there's boats in Revelation that are floating, and then there's boats in Revelation that sink. And that's Revelation 18. I went over that in my last video. And it talks about them being far off, and then Revelation 8, they're sunk. Well, Paul was on a boat. His boat sank, and it says in there it was after the Day of Atonement. It was after the Day of Atonement when his boat sunk, okay? And that's in Acts chapter 27. In judgment, Paul told them not to sail. And he told them this after the Day of Atonement. And it says that. They were fasting, it says, in Acts 27. They were fasting. They were fasting, and then they were done fasting. The Day of Atonement was all over, and he told them he told them not to sail, which the captain didn't heed his warning. And I believe that is because it says it's after the Day of Atonement and judgment was rendered, and it was rendered, I believe it was 3 days later. And like I said, that's in Acts 27. So there was a floating boat, and Paul was in it, and the boat sunk. So this is the same scenario, and it says in there it was after the Day of Atonement, and that's in Acts 27. So that's just, I was going to make a video on this, but it's like I've made videos about this before. So, and also too, and I also made videos on this. This is in Jonah. as the days of Jonah. It's in Jonah chapter 4. And I have said this before. In Jonah chapter 4, Jonah went up on the mountain and he built a booth. He was waiting for destruction to happen. So he was there after the Day of Atonement. He was there making his booth, waiting for destruction to happen on the 20th. And that's what I believe that was. And that is in Jonah chapter 4. You can read it for yourself. He also, the Lord made him a gourd. He tabernacled with God. And I believe that's what would be the same thing. So this is what I'm looking at. Could we leave here? And I'm watching every day, yeah. But that's my reasoning behind it. And like I said, I could say this in 10 minutes. You can check those verses out for yourself. And I have made plenty of videos on that. So God bless you all. I hope you're all doing well. And as we watch together, and I pray it's not long. God bless. Yes, I'm on a roll. So I'll go over this right now. And I might as well just go over a little bit of Bible, because somebody's going to probably say, well, where's this in the Bible? It says in Revelation 18, this is the first thing that happens. Babylon falls. As I said, there's going to be two events. Babylon falls first, and then there's a stone being thrown. An iPet goat. It could be an asteroid hitting the Earth. It could make a tsunami wave, too, from the asteroid hitting the Earth. As I showed you in The Simpsons, it said volcanoid or whatever. So the first thing is that Babylon falls. It says these ships are far off and they see it burning, okay? They see Babylon burning. The ships are in the ocean. And if they're in the ocean, there can't be a tsunami, because it would have wiped them out. And I said that too in my scenario, this is we're watching, but these are things that could happen. This could happen to Babylon on this day, as it shows in iPet Goat on a full moon. 7 days later, there's a tsunami wave. And this is from asteroids, okay? And the volcano, whatever. Volcano, when the asteroid hit, it could make it pop like a zit. So, you could, right here, you could have Babylon falling on the 20th, and right in here, God's wrath with judgment. But if you go to Revelations 18, the first thing that happens is Babylon falls. They see Babylon burning, okay? It says, therefore she shall plagues come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and she will be utterly burning with fire. Okay, there you go. God's in control of everything. If there was a cyber attack, it would be, God would let it happen, okay? Well, it says right here, it says she's burning, right here. And they stand far off, okay? They see this burning, okay? Well, if you go to nuke plants in the United States, here they are. If they were standing off in New York City, if there was a cyber attack, as it shows in The Simpsons, these nuke plants would just start blowing up. So they would see her burning with fire. Right here. Maybe not all of them would blow up, but a lot of them. Then over here in California, there's nuke plants right here on the coast too. Right here. California. Right here. So, I'm going to add this into the last part of my video. Yes, this is in the Bible, and it's in Revelation 18. So, people are saying tsunami wave, tsunami wave, tsunami wave. The first thing that happens is that judgment right here, she's burnt by fire. Right here. This is what the Bible says. So, I don't just go off iPet Goat or The Simpsons. It says she's burned by fire. Right here. She's burning. Right here. Well, a nuclear power plant blowing up would do the same thing. And it does not say nothing in here about Babylon being destroyed by a tsunami wave. It says it's burning. And the boats are in the water. I'm just going off from what the Bible says, because I do have a lot about The Simpsons or iPad Goat, but this is what the Bible says. So I try to make everybody happy right here. So yeah, they could be seeing these blowing up by fire, and could be not all of them, but a lot of them. And if one started going, you'd probably have even more. But this would be, she'd be destroyed by fire. Could be a nuke initially starting all this, but from what it shows in what I've been showing you, they're prepping us for a cyber attack. And what I showed you in the articles, you can Google that for yourself. Cyber attack, just like I showed you earlier. So there could be a cyber attack. We're burning here, and then God throw the stone here, whatever, finish us off. Who knows? But anyway, this is the end of my video. I'm going to put this into my video. God bless.